Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma infa'ni bima 'allamtani wa 'allimni ma yanfa'uni wa zidni ilman. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, welcome back to this episode number 18th. So, in the last, I think 3 episodes, we have started with the last phase of our studies. And in that, we had looked upon the past tense and the present tense. And as I told you, if you have understood and delved into the past tense and the present tense table, that is definitely going to help you not only to understand that past and the present tense, but most of the past and the present tense format you will be able to understand and comprehend once you take care of the Nasara Yansuru business. For example, if the Nasara Yansuru, this is one of the bab, one of the families. Okay, so if you happen to take the next course after this, which is called as Sarf, morphology, there you will study all the babs, all the families. There are different families. Families basically means different patterns of words, and based on the pattern we can tweak the core meaning accordingly. The core meaning remains same, but it will be little bit modified based on which family it is used. So, for example, if you have understood Nasara Yansuru, you see you can make the table for any of the other family. For example, if we take let's say, just to show you how the table works by creating a new table based on Nasara Yansuru. Let's say khalaqa yakhluqu. Khalaqa yakhluqu. Khalaqa means to create. So the core meaning is create. So can I create a table of khalaqa yakhluqu even though I have never heard this, never made the table? Yes, you can if you have understood the Nasara Yansuru. So the khalaqa table will be exactly like Nasara. Khalaqa, khalaqa, khalaqu, khalaqat, khalaqata, khalaqna. Khalaqta, khalaqtuma, khalaqtum, khalaqti, khalaqtuma, khalaqtunna, khalaqtu, khalaqna. I created, we created. Then similarly it will be yakhluqu, same like yansuru. So yakhluqu, yakhluqani, yakhluquna. Takhluqu, takhluqani, yakhluqna. Takhluqu, takhluqani, takhluquna, takhluqina, takhluqani, takhluqna, akhluqu, nakhluqu. I create, we create. Same. So for any past and present tense, you can use that format Nasara Yansuru, and you should not have any problem in creating. Yes, in the initial stages, it will be not as fast as I just indicated. It could be much faster once the students understand. They recite much faster. It just comes naturally. But in the beginning, yes, you have to just recall and create the words. But it is something which is very easy. You enjoy it, feel good factor that okay, I'm able to create. And once you are able to create the words, then you can reverse engineer it. So when you're reading, you come across a word, look at the word, the beginning, the ending, is it past, is it present? Okay, if it is present, what is the number, what's the gender, what's the type, and try to take an educated guess at it and cross check with the translation. Then you will see that if you have been following the procedure and the steps that have been mentioned in the course, inshallah, you will end up in the right conclusion. Okay. Having said that, let's get started. If you don't have any question. Okay, so the screen is shared. Session number 18th. So as we said, today inshallah we are going to take a look at the present tense itself, but a different flavor of it. So present tense, as I told you, comes in 3 different flavors. Okay, 3 different versions. The one that we saw yesterday, yansuru, yansurani, yansuruna, and so on, that is the normal behavior. That's the default, and that's the one you will see most of the time. Okay, that's the version you will see most of the time. But there is another version of present tense which we label it as light present tense. Of course, there is an Arabic term for this type of present tense, but we are not going to use it, okay? Because again, the intention is that the student focus on the concept, not the terminology. We will learn the terminology later. Right now, you understand we are calling it as light present tense. So the present tense that we saw yesterday was the normal present tense. You could just say present tense. And this one today that we are going to take a look at is called as light present tense, or present tense in the light form. Okay, so what is this? We have heard this term light before also with respect to ism. We said that the ism's weight could be light or heavy, right? We have studied there. This is not exactly the same because this is a verb, but somewhere matching with that concept. Okay, so there also the when you say ism is light, basically you don't see the normal endings combination or the ending sound. It basically loses one of the tanween or the noon. Here also it is almost exactly the same, but in a different way. Okay, so even though we are using this light term, don't get confused. Light ism is different, that's weight. Here we are not literally talking about weight, but here the concept of light is used. So what is this light concept? Basically what happens is this is like a combination of harf of jar and the light concept in ism. What happens in harf of jar with the ism? Every time a harf of jar comes into the picture, it gets into action and makes the next available ism into the jar form. Doesn't matter what form the ism is. If the harf of jar comes into picture, it's going to make it jar. That's its job. Same thing here. Here, instead of harf of jar, we have harf of light. Light harfs, if I can call it, or light huruf we have. So what do they do? Well, same like harf of jar. They don't make it jar, but they do have some function. Every time they come into the picture, and if the next word is an present tense, then they will turn that present tense into light form. That's their function. You have a normal present tense and then you precede it with a light harf, then the light harf will make the present tense light. That's all it is. So very much like the harf of jar. Okay, so how does the light look like, that we will see, but this is the concept, basic concept, nothing complex about it. There is a normal present tense, you bring a light harf in front of it, it will turn the present tense into the light form. And of course, just like harf of jar, they have their own meaning. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw. Ba means with, in, right? Lam means for, waw is by. So they have their own meanings. Same thing here also. Whatever huruf of light are there, whatever light huruf are there, they have their own meaning. So they not only turn the present tense into light form, but their own meaning is also fused along with the present tense meaning. So they come up with a unique meaning with the combination of the present tense meaning and the light huruf meaning. Now one thing you should keep in mind is these light harfs, they only affect the present tense. They don't have the capability to affect the past tense. First of all, you will not see them come with the past tense, but some of them do. Some of them come with the past tense, but it will be like don't care condition. They don't have any power to affect the past tense. So every time you see, most probably it is going to be a present tense. That's also a sign to recognize the present tense. Yesterday I gave you some signs to recognize present tense. One sign is their unique beginning and ending. Like they have una, they have in one of the word as ina, right? Those words they begin with. Then the second sign is they always begin with either ya, ta, hamza or nun. This is the second sign. Third sign you could say is if one of these light harf you see, probably it's going to be a present tense. Probably. So every time you have a new concept, you're studying it, try to extract some unique things which make you understand it quickly. So these are some of the hints and clues and tips that we should try to suck it and make it a part of our studies. Okay, that's how I recognize it. So Making the life easy is one of the part of learning new things, not making it complex, keeping it as simple as possible. So extract these unique things which can immediately spot out. Is it a SM or a fail? Okay. Is it a fail? Okay. So is it a past or a present? What are those signs that will help me to figure out? That should be the way to approach this. Okay. Let's take a look at these hurufs which are called as light harf, which make the present tense light. Okay. What are they? Here is the first one in the list. It says an. This is the light harf. An is a light harf. So every time you see an and then the present tense will turn light because of an. The next in the list is lan. It's very much cousin. An, lan. The third harf of light is likai. Likai. Now this likai can come in one of the three forms. One is as likai, other is just as kai, and the third is just as li. So in Quran you will find all this. You will find likai, you will find kai, you will find li also. So all of them mean the same. It's likai only. Just it has three shorthand forms. Likai, kai, li. Okay. So an, lan, likai. The fourth in the list is izan. Izan. And the last harf of light is called as hatta. Hatta. So basically the student learn it as an, lan, likai, izan, hatta. That's it. An, lan, likai, izan, hatta. These are the 5 harf of light. Every time you see them precede the present tense will turn into light form. Okay. So the next step would be, okay, what do these words mean? We know the function, but we don't know the meanings of it. Of course. So an generally means two. Okay. An generally means two. There is another meaning also. We'll see it later. So, but generally speaking, it will have the meaning of two. Okay. Then there is this lan. Lan has the meaning kind of a negative connotation to it, and it is translated as will not. Lan is generally translated as will not. So that will be the meaning imparted to the present tense once the present tense gets preceded with lan. Okay. The an, as I said, one of the meaning is two. Another meaning could be based on the context. If the two is not fitting well, it could be that. Okay, it could be that. So that or two, one of them will fit in the context. Lan, will not. Okay, what is likai or li or kai? It means so that. Likai, so that. Okay. Isn't, in that case. Great. In that case, an, to, lan, will not, likai, so that, isn't, in that case. Okay, isn't means in that case. And the last one, hatta, it means until. The last case, hatta, it means until. So an, lan, likai, isn't, hatta. Unto, lan, will not, likai, so that, isn't, in that case, hatta, until. These are the 5 harf of light. 2 things you should remember. First of all, what's their function? They are going to make the present tense light. Second thing, the meaning of it. So take a minute and make sure that you know the meaning of these words. Okay. So now let's take a look at, okay, what do you mean by light present tense? What happens exactly? Does the physical form change? Yes, to a certain extent, yes. So let's take a look at the present tense table that we have studied and then see how the present tense changes the form once it becomes light. Okay. Now before we see the whole table, here is an example to demonstrate what's going to happen when the harf of light precedes the present tense. So for example, our favorite present tense, yansuru. Okay. How do you translate this, yansuru? Help me. He helps. Yes. So yansuru is he helps. Okay, that's a normal present tense. Yeah, it looks in the normal form, the meaning is normal. Okay, now let's assume we prefix this present tense with one of the harf of light, and let's take maybe lan. Okay, so look at this, what happens? Lan yansura. What happened? What change happened?
The last sign changes to nas.
Ah, yes. The last letter which was having a dhamma on it suddenly have a fatha on it now. This we have not studied. I thought the present tense was yansuru. Yes, yansuru is the normal form. But whenever yansuru becomes light, it becomes yansura. So see, that concept of light is different in ism and in verb. In ism it was losing one of the dhamma fatha. Here there is only one dhamma. What's going to happen? So the dhamma changes to fatha. The moment this happens, you should realize, aha, the verb has changed to the light form. So lan yansura is light form of present tense. Now it does not translate as he helps. What do you think is the translation now? Somebody is flipping the notes. Okay, so he will not help, and the flipping of the notes will not help. We need to memorize these meanings. Okay, you need to, today you get the notes, memorize the meanings, because these are something, again, a table, so you should know the meaning. So he helps, suddenly it became he will not help. Where did he get this from? Well, because of lan. Lan is will not, and yansuru has become yansura. So he will not help. But remember, the number, the gender, the person remains same. Nothing has changed. It's the same. Nothing of those basic properties change because of the word becoming light. And the core meaning is also same, related to helping. But slight different spin on it the moment the harf of light comes. Let's take another harf of light. Okay, so let's say the word is yansuru again. We take a different harf of light and precede it. Again, let's take izan and see what happened. Izan yansura. Again, the dhamma changed to fatha. Yes, in that case, he will help. In that case, he will help. Where did you get this will from? Well, that's the English. In English, when you say, in that case, अच्छा उस मामले में फिर मैं तुम्हारी मदद करूँगा. Okay, उस मामले में फिर तो possible नहीं है. This is all future only. So this is the core meaning of that word, isn't. So in that case, he will help. So in a way, the present tense is turning into future. Yeah, that's fine. Because of the word, yeah, that's fine. Same thing happened with lan. Well, that's a future tense. He will not help. Yeah. So the present tense, you see, in English, there are three tenses. Okay. Generally, there is a lot of sub classification, but broadly speaking, there are three tenses: past tense, present tense, future tense. Okay. In Arabic, we have only two tenses, and that is perfect tense and imperfect tense. What is a perfect tense? Perfect tense means a tense in which the action has already happened. Now nothing can be done about it. It is done and dusted. You cannot change anything, cannot modify. It's done. So that's why it is called as perfect. Perfect in the sense no more changes allowed. No more changes possible. That's a perfect tense. And the only tense that fits this definition is the past tense. So in Arabic, we have only perfect and imperfect. Perfect will be past tense. So what's the imperfect? Imperfect means it has not yet happened, or it is still going on. It is still going. It may complete, it may not complete. We don't know. We don't have the result yet. Or it has not even started. That's the imperfect. So that's why Arabic says we have, with respect to English tenses, we have past tense and present tense only. The present tense includes the meaning of future tense. If you write a present tense, let's say yansuru. Okay, if I ask you the translation, you said he helps. Yansuru means he helps. Yeah, that's good translation. That's okay. Yeah. But yansuru could also mean he will help. How is that? Well, because present tense includes the meaning of future tense. So it depends on the context. what is the context. If the context is of future and you use a present tense, it will still work because present tense carries the meaning of the future tense. Okay, keep that in mind, because we have only perfect and imperfect tense. So that's the reason. And not because of that, but the meaning of the word is will not, so it will go in the future. That's fine. That's fine. So in English also, you see, if I use the word, let's say I don't say the sentence, but I'm starting the sentence as when. Okay. If I'm going to start the sentence as when, what do you think? What will be the tense? Past, present, future?
Future.
Future? Okay, then I can use it as the past. When I gave you 100 rupees, when I gave you 100 rupees, that's a past tense. Okay, when I come to your house, oh, that's a future tense. Okay, see that? You can use the word when, wherever you, as you wish. So how will I know it? Well, you have to look at the context. How is the when used? The one who is studying English language, for him or for her, it is a challenge. Yes, it is a challenge. So look at the context. Don't hard code the meaning of when as future or when as past. No, it's a flexible word. It could be used anyway. So in Arabic also we have a present tense. It could be used for future also. Generally it is present tense only. But the meaning of future, yeah, if the author thinks, you can, definitely. There's nothing wrong in it. Okay, anyway. So in Izan Yansura, how will you translate this? In that case, he will help. In that case, he will help. So two things happen when you have this light concept coming into picture. First of all, the present tense physically gets changed, modified, and the meaning also gets a different spin on it due to the harf of light word. Is that clear? Any questions? Okay. So now let's take a look at the complete present tense table. How does it change? What are the changes that are happening here? So here is your normal present tense table, okay, that we have memorized. Yansuru, yansurani, yansuruna, tansuru, tansurani, yansurna, tansuru, tansurani, tansuruna, tansurina, tansurani, tansurna, ansuru, nansuru. The 14 present tense table. Okay. So what happens when it becomes light? Okay. Now, if I keep showing you the changes, you will feel like that's very complex. I don't understand which is going to become what. But don't worry, I will make your job very easy, inshallah. And I will give you 3 master keys. Once you understand these 3 rules, I don't need to tell you what will happen to these words. You will tell me, okay, this word will become, when this word becomes light, it will look like this. Those are the 3 powerful master keys. If you remember that, don't worry about any present tense table. You can make it light, like just like that. You can make it light. Okay, what are the 3 master keys? Here is the one. First one. In the present tense table, whatever words are ending in Dhamma. Okay, listen carefully. Once you remember these 3 things, you can close your eyes and make the present tense table light. It is so easy. All those present tense words which are ending in Dhamma, when they become light, they all turn to Nasb. They all turn Fatha. So if there is any present tense word that is ending in Dhamma, it will have Fatha when it becomes light. That's the rule number 1. But not all the words are having Dhamma at the end. Okay, which means we need more than one rule. Yeah. So this rule is for those words which are ending in Dhamma. They will all become Fatha. Rule number 2. All those words ending with Noon, Una, Ina, whatever it is, the noons will drop. All the noons will be dropped. Whether it is Una, whether it's Ina, whether it is Ani, does not matter. If it has that kind of ending combination, Una, Ani, Ina, drop the noons. Only the noons with their harkat. That's the rule number 2. The final rule. And we already know it. What is that rule? That is the rule about the women plural. Yeah, they are again going to matter. The women plural words. Okay, what happens to them now? Well, you already know that they don't follow the trend. Women plural word? No. We have our own rules and regulations. We don't follow the rules and regulations set by you. And you know what? Now it is enough. The women say this is enough. Every time you are making changes and getting the words modified. You know what? When you become light, we are not going to change this time. Earlier we were changing little bit, but now forget about it. We are going to remain as it is. So all the women plural word, even when they become light, they look the same. No changes allowed, no alteration allowed, no modification permitted for the women plural word. And the men have to accept it. That's the universal rule. They don't change. So if you remember these 3 rules, I bet you can create the light table of any present tense. What are the rules? Let me repeat. Dhammas changing to fathas, noons getting dropped. Don't even come near the women plural word. Leave them as it is. That's it. Now, keep these rules in mind. Now look at what change. How does the word change? So yansuru will become
Yansura.
yansura, yansurani,
Yansura.
yansura, yansuruna.
Yansuru.
See that? You are making it light. I am not making it light. You are making it light. Tansuru,
Yansura. Tansura.
tansurani,
Tansura.
yansurna.
Yansurna.
One of the male students said yansur. Don't even dare that. That's a women plural word. Yansurna. Okay, next. Quickly.
Tansura.
Okay.
Tansurun.
Ah,
Tansuruna.
the next word is tansurina.
Tansuri. Tansura.
Tansurna. Then
Ansura.
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 See that? I didn't do it. You did it. That's the light present tense for you. That's how the light table looks. So if you have not memorized the normal table, congratulations. I have one more table for you, the light form. And if you don't act fast enough, tomorrow I'm going to throw one more table at you. Okay? So keep ducking. How much you can duck. So the new table. Okay, can you memorize it? Very easily. Yansura, yansura, yansuru. Right? Tansura, tansura, yansurna. Tansura, tansura, tansuru, tansuri, tansura, tansurna, ansura, nansura. If you know the rules, you can on the fly make changes and say the new table. But that you can only do when you have memorized the normal table. If you have not memorized the table, normal table, no way you can do the light table. Because for the light table, you need the normal table. Okay? Is that clear? Questions? Remember that all the properties remain same. The inside pronoun is same, the number, gender, everything, person remains same. It only becomes light and the meaning of the light harf comes into picture. Okay? Fine. Let's do some practice with the light present tense. Look at this. Izan tansuru. Aha. Okay. So in the mind, you should be immediately izan. Izan is a harf of light. Oh, so the actual word is tansuruna. So we have memorized the meaning of tansuruna. So it will be difficult in the initial stage to figure out what's the meaning of tansuru because it's in the light form. So imagine this is tansuruna only. Okay, tansuruna, una, plural, masculine, starting with the second person. So which means you all. Okay, you all. Fine, I got that meaning. You all help. Tansuruna. Then go to the light harf. Izan. Okay, izan means in that case. Okay, so I already got you all help. And in this is in that case. So I'll just change you all help to you will help. So in that case, you all will help. That's how you get the translation. In that case, you all will help. So initial stages, imagine the normal form of the word in your mind. Construct the meaning and then come back to the light harf. Okay, what's the meaning of light harf? And then fuse it together to get the proper translation. Right? Like for example, lan yansurna. Lan yansurna. Okay, forget about lan. Yansurna. Oh, that looks like a female plural word. Yeah, so it could be either second person or third person. Well, how do I decide? If it is the, it will be second person. If it is ya, it will be first person, a third person. Okay, so it is ya. Oh, which means they, the women, all those women. Okay, all those women. Lan means will not. Okay, so all those women will not help, or they will not help. That's it. They will not help. Lan yansurna. They will not help. Okay? Likai ansura. Ansura is actually ansuru. Okay, present tense word starting with hamza. I. Ana. That's the meaning. Ana. Okay. I help. Okay. Ana help is the normal meaning. I help. Likai. Likai means so that. So that I help. So that I help. So that I help. Okay? Hatta tansura. Okay, don't forget there is a alif at the end. Okay? Alif at the end means, okay, that's a dual. It's actually tansurani. Okay, ani with the ta. Keep in mind how many answers? Three. Keep in mind. This is three possibilities. One is, and the possibilities are fixed. One is third person female, dual. Second is second person male, dual. Third is second person female, dual. Okay, so two are second person male, female. One is third person female, always. Ani with the ta. Ani with the ya, only one possibility. Third person male, dual. That's it. So this is three answers. Okay, so tansurani means you both help, or they both help, female, or you both male or female. Okay, you both help. So hatta. Hatta means until. Okay, so until you both help or until they both help, male, female. So until both of them help, female, or until you both help, male, or until you both help, female. Any of the answers are correct. But based on the context, there will be only one answer out of these three. When you use it in the context, it will be only one answer. Okay? Lan tansuri. Lan tansuri. Lan tansuri. Suri. There's only one word with this E sound, and that is anti. Anti. So it is tansurina. Yeah. So how will you translate this?
He will not help.
No.
Who will not help?
She nahi aayega. This is second person.
Feminine.
Second person.
Will not help. Feminine.
You will not help, feminine. You will not help, feminine. Remember, I told you ta, 90% second person ta, 90%. There's only one word with ta which is third person. Otherwise, ta dikh gaya matlab second person hi chance hai, 90%. Keep that in mind. So, why am I telling you again and again? These are small things which make the life easy. Otherwise, if you mix it up everything, it is very complex. Is the word starting with ta? Is it starting with ya? Is it ending with una? Is it ending with ina? Is it ending with ani? Lot many permutations and combination. So try to make your life easy. What are the you need to take the notes and sit in front of it and usko घूरते रहो. Look, what are the similarities, what are the differences? Take a look at it, sit calmly, quiet, 10-15 minutes by your own and look at the notes, either printed or on your screen. Don't just memorize. Look, what are the differences? How can I remember? Oh, all the tas are second person except this one. Okay, remember, ta second person, except this. Okay, all the ta and ani are, there are three possibilities. Ya and ani, one possibility. Una, two possibilities. Women plural, they end in na. These are the signs that you make your life easy, and the complex thing starts appearing very simple. Okay, otherwise it's a very complex thing. We don't speak this language. If we were speaking, I would have not emphasized it so much. We are not speaking it. We are only going to use it while reading Qur'an, while reading Salah, while reading some Arabic text. We are going to utilize this skill. So it's a rare commodity. So we need to come up with your own hints and clues to help ourselves. Okay, fine. Any questions so far? Light is, I hope the light concept is light and not heavy. Okay, find the hidden pronoun and translate it. So again, it's the same skills that you have been developing from the last couple of sessions. You look at the word and you should be able to figure out what is the inside pronoun, which is the doer. Okay, so nakhluku. Tell me quickly. No हुआ, ये that's a गलत हुआ. अगर आपने हुआ बोल दिया तो गलत हुआ. It is starting with noon. It is starting with noon. How can noon be हुआ? हुआ is year. Year से start होगा तो हुआ होगा. नून से स्टार्ट हुआ है नखलुकु. नून से एक ही वर्ड स्टार्ट होता है नहनु. नहनु. कीप दिस इन माइंड. नून से एक ही वर्ड स्टार्ट होता है. हमजा से एक ही वर्ड स्टार्ट होता है. नहनु. नहनु मीन्स वी. ओके, या. व्हाट अबाउट दिस? तुनजीना. And mind you, we are practicing this without knowing the meaning because you use your grammatical skill. What do you think? अंति. ईना की आवाज एक ही है सिर्फ. ईना की आवाज एक ही है. These are the things. Program your mind. ईना. Word क्या है ध्यान मत दो. क्या word है? Don't pay attention to the ending. Try to program your brain. ईना. अंति. अंति. अंति means you, feminine. Okay. What about this? Tataqatta'ani. Homa. Yeah. One of the possibilities Homa. Homa means what? What's the translation of Homa?
You both.
No, not you both. Not you both. You both is Antuma. What's Huma?
You both female. You both. They both.
They both. Huma ka translation is they both, not you both. Huma is third person.
They both.
Not you both. Keep this in mind. Huma is they both. Then the other possibilities, yes, it could be you both. So it is, what's the Arabic word for you both?
Antuma.
Antuma. So that's why I'm telling, look, नोट्स के ऊपर घूरते रहो, देखो डिफरेंसेस क्या है. हुमा अंतुमा में मैं क्यों कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूं या क्यों कंफ्यूज हो रही हूं, क्या डिफरेंस है, मैं कैसे याद रख सकते हूं. ह के जो है थर्ड पर्सन होते हैं यूजुअली. हुआ, हुमा, हुम, या थर्ड पर्सन. ह मतलब थर्ड पर्सन है. हमजा से स्टार्ट हो रहा है मतलब सेकंड पर्सन प्रोनाउन है. अंता, अंतुमा, अंतुम, अंति, अंतुमा, का, कुमा, ये सब सेकंड पर्सन हैं. सो ये सिर्फ क्लास से आपको नहीं आएगा, आपको अपनी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. यू हैव टू डू योर ओन लिटिल बिट ऑफ योर ओन स्ट्रगल टू कम अप. एवरी ब्रेन इज डिफरेंट, सो यू कम अप विद योर ओन हिंट्स एंड क्लूज. दैट कैन ओनली कम व्हेन यू डेडिकेट सम टाइम ऑन द नोट्स, on the videos. Look again and again the video. If you see my video for 2-3 times, I can tell you, you don't need a revision now. But that takes a lot of patience to go through the video again dedicatedly for 2-3 multiple times to make things clear. जब आप वीडियो दूसरी बार तीसरी बार देखेंगे तो आपको ऐसी ऐसी चीज़ें सुनाई देंगी जो आपको फर्स्ट टाइम में नहीं सुनाई दी. वही वीडियो है, वही वीडियो होगा. बट नाउ यू विल स्टार्ट हियरिंग थिंग्स दैट you thought that it was, you never heard it in that video. That's what happens. So either look at the notes, go through it if you really want to make it. Okay? So antuma is you both, male and female. So 3 possibilities. Tataqatta'ani. Okay, what about this? Wahafizu. Ana. Hamza dikh raha hai. Ana. Ana means I. What about yuriduna?
They.
Which is what? Arabic word for yuriduna, standing with ya, ending with una. Home. Home. They. Yuriduna. This is the third word of the table. Yuridu, yuridani, yuriduna, tu'ridu, tu'ridani, yuridna, turidu, tu'ridani, tu'riduna, tu'ridina, tu'ridani, tu'ridna, uridu, uridu. You should be doing this. Any word you take, try to make the table. The more you make it, the better you will be. Tash'uru. Yes, one could be here, but there is 2 possibilities. Ta with dhamma. 2 possibilities, right? Here and
Third person feminine or second person.
Second anta.
Second person masculine.
Yes, anta. Always anta or here. दोनों भी पॉसिबिलिटी है, anta और hiya. Okay, any questions? Okay, here's the last slide before we wrap up. That's all about the light present tense. So let's do the lights of these words and end our session. Here is the word nakhuzu. Make it light. Nakhuzu.
Nakhuza.
Nakhuza. Nakhuzu becomes nakhuza. Yakhtalifuna. Yakhtalifu. Yakhtalifu. Yu'tiyani. Yu'tiya. Yu'tiya. Ubarra'u. Ubarra'a. That's it. Ubarra'a. Tuhajirina. Tuhajiri. The ya should be there. Okay? Tuhajiri. Tansurna. Tansurna only. Tansurna will remain. Tansurna. This is the googly ball. This is the googly ball. You should be aware. Yasta'nisu. Yasta'nisa. That's it. Yasta'nisa. So if you understood this, then alhamdulillah, you have understood the concept of light present tense. So now henceforth when you read Quran, you come across these words, you will not feel like alienated. What is these words? We didn't study this present tense. Yes, this is the present tense light form. It's a present tense. Okay? Any questions? So if no questions, inshallah, that takes care of the light present tense. So we have studied 2 out of the 3 forms of present tense. Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll take the last and the final form of the present tense. What is that called as? How does it change? How is it different than the normal? How is it different than the light form? All those topics we will take a look at it tomorrow, which will complete the present tense. And then, inshallah, the final session in which we will learn the commanding and forbidding. How to create a commanding sentence, hukum dena. How to create a forbidding sentence, how to say no, don't do this, don't help, don't sleep, don't run. How will you say this? Or how will I read this? How will I understand this? How do I know this is a command? How do I know this is forbidding? All that details is coming up shortly, inshallah. Okay? So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
ये जब हम कुरान में अभी इंशाल्लाह जब हमें अभी डिफरेंस जब आएगा कुरान में पढ़ते तो these words now when they will come, like now we did the past tense, okay, last time, and now we are doing the present tense. तो जब भी कुरान में ऐसे words आएंगे तो that will indicate us that the ayah is talking about what is happening, right? तो ये हमको मायने समझने में difference जरूर आएगी ना, like the event what is happening is happening in the present tense and the event what is happening in the past tense. तो हम उसको एक translation समझने में भी एक difference आएगा, right?
Definitely, definitely. That's an important point, that once you start making a difference between past tense and a present tense, yes, that makes a huge difference. What are we talking? May Allah reward all those people, all those scholars who have spent, you might now we might appreciate those scholars who did the translation and tafsir and all that stuff, how much effort they might have put in. So now when we read, we will see that sometimes the translation does not match what we are trying to, okay, this is a past tense, why is it translated like a present tense or future tense, right? Now there are multiple possibilities for that. First of all, maybe this is a really advanced concept. So there is more to the tenses than what we have studied. This is the basic starting. Second thing is, it's a possibility that most of the time the translators don't take into account the detailed grammatical nuances or the grammatical aspects most of the time. Why? At times they are doing it intentionally. Why? Because the translations, as I said, they are written for an average person. They are primarily, first of all, whenever someone sits down to write a translation, he or she is not writing the translation for Muslims. Keep that in mind. They are not writing it for Muslims. No. they are writing for people who don't know Arabic, which means primarily non-Muslim people, so that they can understand what Islam has to offer. You and me as a Muslims, we are supposed to learn the language. So that's not their intention. So that's why they don't push too much grammatical aspects considered into that. So they make a general translation. And at times it might possible, we might feel like this is the present tense, why is it translated like this, or this is the past tense. So keep that room that, okay, this is the possibility. But yes, what you said, that is going to be the major part of it, that when we look at the word and see it's a past tense, most probably this is something which has already happened. Okay? But what I'm telling you is that at the same time, don't always, okay, it's a past and there's a mistake, this should be past and there's a mistake. No. There is a possibility. You see, okay, I will give you an example so that you appreciate. Okay, so this thing is there. When in the salah, in the namaz, or let me take the non-namaz example first so that you understand it. Whenever somebody helps us, somebody does good to us, or somebody gives a support to us, what do we say in reply? In a Islamic terms, what do we say him or her when somebody helps you, supports you? What do you say to him or her? Jazakallah khair. Jazakallahu khair. Or Jazakallah. Now look at this. Jazakallah. Very common term. Actually, these are three words. Jaza'a, Allahu, Jaza'a, ka, Allahu. Now, forget about the last two words. Pay attention to the first word. Jaza'a. Now looking at the word, tell me, is it a past tense or a present tense? Jaza'a.
Present tense.
Present tense. Present tense don't start with jim. Big mistake. See that? Big mistake. The answer should have come like this. The moment I say jaza, past tense. Well, how do you know? It's not starting with yatani. There is no yata, alif, nun. That's a past tense. No brainer. That's what I'm asking my students. Pay attention to these small things. They will make your life easy. You will never make a mistake. You will not spend too much time thinking past and present tense. Is it yatani? Yeah, past tense can also start with yatha, alif, nun, because those are the parts of the letter. But if they start with, then I can pay a little bit attention. But the moment I see ja, it's a tense, if it is a verb. So, the word was jaza'a. It's a past tense. So, jaza'a means compensation, recompensate, compensate. Okay? So, jaza'a and then ka. So, the ka is an attached pronoun. So, compensate you. Okay? Compensated you. He compensated you. Jaza has a huwa inside it. It's a nasara kind of a thing. Jaza'a. He compensated ka. Jazaka. He compensated you. But then I have a word Allahu. Oh, jaza'a is the huwa form. So I should be careful. There can be outside doer. Okay, is there a ism after it? Yes, the word Allah is a ism. Is it in the rafa state? Yes. When you say jazakallah, actually it is jazakallahu. Oh, so this is the outside doer. So I should not be translating with he. I should be translating with the word Allah. So instead of saying he compensated you, we should say Allah compensated you. Allah compensated you? But he just helped me. I am making a dua. Dua is past or future when you make a dua?
Future.
It's a future. Oh Allah, make my life easy. Oh Allah, make my life, give me guidance. Oh Allah, it's all future. Or is it past? Oh Allah, give me guidance. Oh Allah, make my life. No, it is future. Dua means you are asking Allah to do this in future. But Jazakallahu, this sounds like Allah compensated you. What kind of a dua is this? Allah compensated you? No, I should say, may Allah compensate you. May Allah recompense you. May Allah give you more. That's how you should, but I used a past tense. Well, that's because Arabic uses past tense for future also. When you make a dua and you make it past tense, when a past tense is used in a dua, in a sentence, it's a dua. So, Jazakallahu. Same thing with your salah. In the salah, you say, Sami Allahu. Sami Allahu, the word is Samiya. Allahu. Samiya is a past tense again. Yatani nahi hai. Samiya. Sama means to hear. Samiya, he heard. Okay. Sami Allahu. Oh, the word Allah is the outside doer. Allah heard. Well, Allah didn't hear. Because when you say Sami Allahu liman hamida, then you praise. Sami Allahu means Allah heard. Allah didn't hear. You didn't praise it yet. You are going to praise. Rabbana lakal hamd. You praise after that. So Allah has not. May Allah That's again a dua. Sami Allahu, may Allah hear, right? So past tense are also used beyond past tense. They have many usages there. So this is just a small example for you to show that. So don't start labeling things, but yes, once you start understanding past tense, present tense, then it definitely helps, broadens your understanding of the ayah, that it's what is it talking about. Is it a future tense, is it a past tense, and all those things. Okay, does that make sense?
Alhamdulillah, yes, I
Inshallah.
got it.
Okay, with that,
Especially in the stories in the Quran, that helps a lot.
Yes.
When your story is going in the Quran, then
right,
what is happening in front of the event is happening, the event has happened.
Right.
So you can have, whenever the stories come, so inshallah, that will give a different touch now when we recite.
Yes, definitely. And all these things considered, it will definitely be a different experience reading Quran, reading Salah, reading Dua. Start looking at the small duas and start implementing these things what we have studied. You will see, like I said, outside doer. They are all spread across in namaz, in Salah, in Dua, outside doer, inside doer, Mawsuf, Sifa. These are there everywhere. Just pay attention. You will come across, and then you will feel it's a different feeling to realize, these are the concepts that you are studying, they are there. I was reading this from my childhood, I never realized these are the things there, and this is how it is made. And once you understand that, then you don't make a mistake कि इस पे दम्मा है कि फता है कि कसरा है. नहीं, ये तो outside doer है, इसको तो दम्मा ही होना चाहिए. Yes, okay, it's a ka, it's an attached pronoun, so it cannot be doer, it has to be detail. Oh, it's attached to a verb, so it's a detail of the verb. No, it's attached to an ism, so it should be idafa, it should be possession. Okay, of that, start things making sense. Okay, with that, inshallah, we call it a day. Nashhadu.
The past tense could be used in a dua, could be that it reaffirms our faith. So, when you are saying something in past, you are so sure that it has happened or it is going to happen. So that intention gets communicated.
Yes. And as I said, past tense has a lot of usages. One is the past tense, normal past tense. One is for the dua, making to Allah. Past tense is also used by Allah. Many a times, if you read the Quran, when Allah talks about things that are going to happen, it's in the past tense. See that surah? Iza shamsu kuwirat. Iza shamsu kuwirat. Kuwirat is a past tense. You study in the future, it's a passive past tense. Kuwirat. It's like nasarat. Kuwirat. If you see the meaning, Iza shamsu kuwirat. Iza means when, shams means sun. Kuwirat is a passive verb, passive past tense. Passive means the doer is unknown. You don't know who did it, but the action happened. That's called as passive. So kawwara is like, okay, if I take this, let's say this is the paper. Okay, this is the paper. If I do like this, what I am doing is kawwara. Kawwara means to fold. So what Allah is saying is Ijas shamsu kuwirat. When the sun, now the kuwirat is the past tense. I told you, kuwirat is the past tense, nasarat. When the sun was folded. No. The sun is yet to be folded. This is talking about future. This is talking about the day of judgment, when the things will start falling apart, mountains will be flying and all. So Allah is using a past tense there. Well, somebody will say it has not yet happened. So why is it past tense? Well, past tense is also used sometimes, or many times. You see in the Arabic literature and in the Quran, this aspect is used that when something is definitely going to happen, Allah is used past tense for future things. It is like as if it has already happened. See, for you and me, when we take a guess, I think so, I will do that, or I would like to achieve that. I will achieve it, inshallah. We don't know we will achieve it or not, or it will happen it or not. I don't know. I want to become an engineer. I don't know whether you will become or not. We don't know. But you want it, so it may not. But when Allah says that this is going to happen, it is going to happen. There is no doubt about it. So what does Allah show? How does Allah show that thing? He uses the future event as a past. So past में क्या होता है? The thing has already happened. No changes, no modification allows. It's done and dusted. So when Allah is talking about future things, He will use past to show us the readers, hey, don't doubt, this is going to happen. And why does he do that? Because people at that time did not believe in day of judgment. They did not believe in hisab kitab. They did not believe in afterlife. They believed in Allah. They say, who brings you rain? Allah. Okay, who gives you life? Allah. Who is going to take away the life? Allah. Yeah, they believed all that. They believed in Allah. But when you said that, tell them, hey, you are going to be accountable. What are you talking about? I'm going to go in the dust. My bones are going to be all dismantled and disintegrated. What are you talking about, hisab kitab? So that's why when Allah uses it, He uses the past tense to tell you, don't doubt it. This is definitely going to happen. Don't worry. So He uses the past tense. But the meaning is in future. Is a shamsu kuwirat, when the sun will be folded. When the stars will be scattered, they will be dimmed, all will be. So you'll see 12, 13 ayahs in that same surah. He talks about things which are going to happen in future using a past tense. Why? To show you that this is definitely going to happen. हम भी ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, कभी कभी घर पे होता है कुछ काम है भाई, वो for example there is a carpenter, ये the work there and you are following up, he is not doing, and then he suddenly comes up and says okay I'll start tomorrow, where आप इतने दिन से कर रहे हो, यार पक्का आना कल प्लीज, बहुत डिले हो गया यार, आप समझो हो गया. He says okay समझ लो हो गया, अरे अभी हुआ कहाँ? But when he says समझ लो हो गया, मतलब he is telling, giving you so confidence, so surety, consider it done. But it's not yet done. But consider it done means definitely for sure. ऐसा बोलना चाह रहा है. तो हम भी यूज करते हैं लैंग्वेज में ये. So we use all these aspects, but since we don't use Arabic in our communication, so we feel like this is something special in Arabic language. No, we all use this concept in the languages. Okay? I hope that makes sense. These are advanced concepts. Usually I don't talk in front of students, but sometimes the situation necessitates to keep the student motivated, to show them things in Arabic that are really out of the ordinary. Okay? With that, we will call it a session. I know I can go on, I can talk for hours on the topic of the Quran in Arabic, but there are students who are waiting to sleep. Some people want to go to the job, so we don't want to extend it. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.